One of the biggest lies in real estate, your home's estimate. It is a complete lie. It is a complete lie. Most people are thinking that their homes are worth a certain amount, and the number one source that they get this information from is Zillow. Got everybody thinking that their house is worth $500,000, $700,000, or if you bought it in an area that wasn't that sought after, $300,000 or $400,000. But it is a complete lie. And when you actually try to access that money, or when you try to sell the home, you're gonna find out. You're probably gonna get crushed. Now, if you think about it, I don't know if everybody remembers, but Zillow actually dipped their toe into the iBuyers market. Do you remember when Zillow was actually out here trying to buy homes from people using that computer model? Yeah, they lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're not even doing it anymore. So that is like the biggest lie. And housing affordability is at nearly, well, for most of our lives, it's at an all-time low. And you still have people that won't wake up and smell the coffee and actually figure out that these homes are not worth what you either bought it for or what you're trying to sell it for. And you know what the real evidence of that is? Nobody's buying homes. Literally, everybody's waiting on the sidelines, or they've been priced out of the market. Here in Metro Atlanta, we've seen home demand drop significantly. You're seeing mortgage demand drop significantly. You're seeing the amount of homes being sold, just like I talked about in September, down over 20%. So if nobody's buying these homes, how can you possibly justify the prices that people are asking for? I mean, these same homes that were selling for $300,000 are now going for $600,000. They're not using any different materials. They're not offering or giving you anything extra. I mean, look at these homes. They're not even giving you a four-sided brick home, and the homes are double than what they were just a couple of years ago. So we're gonna jump into it. But you know what time it is. Drop the track. Welcome back. We've got price cuts everywhere across the board, whether you're talking new construction, whether you're talking resale homes, everybody's dropping the prices on these homes. Yet, if you check the comments, people are saying that home prices are just gonna go up forever. And you've even got people saying that now is the best time to going out there and buy a home. So be my guest. Go ahead and grab you something like this, brand new, $600K, $4,000 a month. Be my guest, go for it. If it fits you, go ahead and jump on it, all right? But people are really underestimating this housing affordability crisis. What we are seeing right now when it comes to real estate is something that is completely unprecedented. It's completely unprecedented because real estate is really based off of supply and demand. And if people can't afford what you're selling, conventional wisdom and just economics says that the price is just way too high. And you have people all across the board that are saying, well, home prices aren't coming down, they're still going up. Well, here's the thing. First and foremost, home prices are going up only a couple of percent year over year. But inflation is double that. Their home prices really aren't even going down. Or excuse me, they're really not even going up. Because if your employer gives you, say, a 5% raise, but everything else goes up 10%, did you really make more money? Folks, this is not an issue of the housing market or affordability, being broken down. The housing market is completely broken, folks. And it's anyone's guess what it's going to take to be able to fix this market. But as a realtor here in the area, I can tell you that the prices are way too high. I have listings on the market right now that have been sitting for a couple of months. I have one that is completely done on the interior, new carpet, new paint, new flooring, beautiful home, 6 bedrooms on the basement. We've already had to drop the price $70,000, and we're not even getting close to getting this thing done yet. All right. So for those of you who think that next year home prices are going to jump 10, 20%, I don't know what you're smoking on. You know, maybe you should start selling it, because if you think that that is going to continue to happen, you're out of your mind. You're completely insane. Folks, nobody's taking a break from the housing market, okay? The housing market is just completely broken. Now let's talk about new construction, right? A lot of people say, you know, if you want a new home, the best bet is new construction. And to be honest, they're right. But the reason why they're right is because if you check the earnings report from Pulte Homes, right, one of the largest home builders in the entire country, what are they doing, right? Follow what the big people are doing, what the big companies are doing, and you'll find out what's rolling down the hill to you. So Pulte Homes just said in their earnings call that literally the only reason why they're able to move the homes that they've been moving is because they're paying $35,000 each home to be able to buy down these rates. So every time somebody buys a home, Pulte Homes is paying $35,000, and all of the builders are doing the same thing. So once again, for those of you who are saying that home prices aren't dropping, home prices aren't coming down, well, what do you call a discount of $35,000 every time somebody buys a home? And so that means that if they're building a home like in a neighborhood like this, of course, they have far over 30 homes. So if you have 30 homes, you're looking at over $1 million, right? Just giving out for people to be able to get a home at a rate that they think that they can afford. But once again, everything's fine. The housing prices aren't coming down. I'm the crazy one, right? I'm the crazy one, even though you have people like Pulte Homes buying down these rates, DRB Homes, they're doing the same thing, DR Horton, they're all doing the same thing. Everybody's buying down these rates just to get people to buy these homes. Now, the real problem is for the people who are doing resale homes, right? So if you're trying to sell your home, the real issue is you can't compete with that. See, you're not able to pay $35,000 for somebody to buy down your home. And if you do, if your home is $300,000, it's 10% drop. Not even counting the price that you all actually ended up agreeing to, okay? So the people who are actually selling homes resale, you are in big trouble. You are about to get crushed, and you're really about to find out how your estimate value is off, how your realtor's assumption or estimate of your value is off, and what the real buyer can afford out here is far much lower than you would want, which means that either A, you can't even sell your home, or B, if you wait to sell your home, at this point, you're probably only losing money. We are on the other side of the hill when it comes to these home prices. There's nothing that really can happen to be able to boost these home prices up. A lot of people say, well, what happens if the rates drop? Well, here's the thing. They're not going to drop the rates anytime soon. You can stop hoping for that, okay? Jerome Powell has already said that there is going to be more pain, essentially, when it comes to these rates. So if you're on the resale market, you might as well hang it up, because you're not going to get the price that you want. Trust me, I'm a realtor. These houses are sitting on the market a lot longer than people are thinking, and they're not getting what they want. It's time to get realistic, folks. It really is. Now, like I talked about before, housing affordability is at the lowest that it's been since the 80s, since the late 80s, right? So what does it look like for home values when home prices do become affordable? In terms of affordability, it's only a couple of things that really could happen to make these homes more affordable. It's either you're going to start making more money at work, and to be honest, I don't know a lot of people who are just getting 20, 30, or 40% raises. If you are getting a raise of 20, 30, 40% at your job, Post it below, let everybody know what you do so we can go ahead and put in applications with your employer. But if you're like the average American, especially like the auto workers, they have to go on strike, right? Just to be able to get a little something extra, just to be able to keep up. So when housing affordability does re-enter the market, which is why it's important that you understand how to read charts, because they have housing affordability on the chart, and you would actually know when it becomes more affordable and when it's starting to become more affordable to buy a home. If you understand charts, you would know that. But what does it look like for home prices? When homes do get more affordable, does that mean that, oh, yeah, everybody just started making more money? Or does it mean that the home prices went down to what the average person can afford? Now, when it comes to what the average person can afford, in nearly every major metro city here in the United States, you need to be making over six figures to be able to afford the average home. Here in Atlanta, to be able to afford the average median price home, which is $395,000, you need to be making at least $107,000. Now, for you people who are married, like myself, you probably think that, $107,000, that really isn't the highest bar to be able to hit. But the problem is right now only about 6 out of every 1,000 people are actually married. So, once again, you have an affordability issue. We have an issue with the population who are not getting married. And whatever the reason is, you can post it in the comments below for why you think that is. But I can tell you that there's nothing in the short term that's going to change how many people are getting married. And there's nothing in the short term that's going to boost up their income. Think about it. For people in San Francisco, you need to be able to make $400,000 just to be able to get the median price home. So that means that the average people, teachers, police officers, firefighters, nurses, people work at the grocery store, your postman, all of these people who are regular people, right? Your average employees can't even afford the average home in most of the metro areas in the United States. But once again, you guys think that home prices are going to keep going up forever and we're never going to take a break. How does that make any sense? And the last thing, take a look at the stock market, right? Wall Street and Main Street clearly are different things. What happens on Wall Street doesn't always happen on Main Street. But the two do correlate. And what are you seeing happen on Wall Street right now? Well, you got the S&P 500, which is down nearly 10% over the last couple of weeks. Just a couple of weeks ago, people were talking about, oh my God, there is no recession coming. The S&P 500 is almost at 4,600, and now look at it, 4,100, right? In the 4,100s range for those people who are actual traders, and you want to get on my comment section and talk about how I'm wrong. So, this affordability crisis is going to crush people who have the wrong expectations. If you're thinking about selling your home, and you're thinking that you're gonna get a crazy price, like my neighbor who just listed their home for $650, it'd be nice. I hope you do sell it for $650. That would be great. However, you're gonna get crushed.